Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going? Hello, Thomas. Good morning, Maureen. Julie, good morning. JW, Ron, Joe, John, Mai, Steph, Larry, Al. Good morning to everybody. Glad you're here. Hope your coffee's hot, or tea, or Coca-Cola, or whatever you drink in the morning. Orange juice, water. Good morning, Ron. How are you? Hey, I want to shout out first thing this morning that this coming Wednesday, November 16th, 2022 at 7 p.m. Eastern, a little different time, 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be hosting Hit and Run Candlestick members fast track class. Some of you know what that is. Some of you that may be new to you. We will focus on one strategy, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes with it, but one of the biggest focuses will be one particular strategy, and it will be the gap and trap strategy. So this Wednesday, day after tomorrow, November 16th at 7 p.m., this is a Hit and Run Candlestick members only webinar, okay? So we'll, anyway, more information will come. All right, everyone, what do we've got going on here? So let's take a look at the market. First thing I want to do is let's look at the dark chart. You can see that the trend here in the SPY is still bullish. You can see here on the diamonds, the trend is bullish. You can see on IWM, the trend is bullish. You can see on the Qs, we could have some argument on that one. We are green here, that we are. But I think we're just floating sideways. So the Qs could be the fly in the ointment, could be a problem. This is not, it's just not gone to a place where I would say, hey, the Qs are bullish yet. We can say that just because price and the T-line is over the trend indicator, but I think we need to temper that a little bit because there's no real trend here. It's just moving sideways. So let's be a little careful with that. We look at the price action, though, and, man, you've got bullishness all over the place. You've got a nice low, high, higher low, higher high. It's working. I just want to see, you know, with those red and green dots and white line on the dark chart, I want to see that trend very visual. We're not quite visual there yet, but it's doing a good job. So I want to go over here to the diamonds. Look, I'm very aware that we have a downtrend here, and I'm very aware that we broke out of that downtrend. I'm aware of what that means. Bulls are in charge. We broke out of a downtrend. Yeehaw, right? Let's just pump the brakes just a little bit. Just because we broke out is no guarantee the bulls are going to take charge and rock us up even higher. If we take a look at the SPY, well, we're not there yet. We're just not there yet. The downtrend is still there, the bigger downtrend. We're still under that line. That needs to be taken out. And IWM, same kind of case. Here's a downtrend line on IWM. We're doing a great job. We're just not there yet. So we need to watch that. And just, you know, mind your charts. That's the important thing. Common sense. You know, trading is full of just common sense. So for instance, let's get my tool here. There we go. Let's say over the next week, you know, we bebop around here. That's too big. We bebop around here. Maybe we go down. Maybe we go up. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. But we slowly make our way up. If we can get to that trend line, this is where I truly think just some good old-fashioned common sense. Take a pair of scissors and cut your greed in half. Use some common sense. Think about cash. Let the market push through or die, whatever it wants to do, and then come in. Number one rule is to protect your money. Number two rule, protect your money. Not to take risks. Eliminate risk. So just keep that in mind. With that said, I've got nothing but bullish charts because that's what the chart is doing. Number one principle of trading for me is trade in the direction of the overall market. I have just gone through charts to show you that the overall market is bullish right now. So I'm going to trade bullishly. So now what I'm going to do, number two principle, is to look for charts that are trending bullishly. Take Netflix as an example. Netflix is clearly bullish. We can see that over here on the right-hand edge, we've popped up here over the trend indicator, excuse me, couldn't get that out. Trend indicator, dots are green, T-lines above the trend indicator. Price looks like it's moving up. You've got a nice little low, high, higher low. We broke out of this, whatever this was, this 248, 249 area. Nice little pullback, a little bit of a bottom. Let's rock. Right now I see about $300, maybe 313, 336, 358 up there as targets. For those that seem to think, and every now and then I get a comment from folks that something like this. Okay, we just looked at targets, and if in 1, 2, 3, 4 days we don't reach target 1, target 2, target 3, target 4, it never fails. I receive some comment, email, mostly, maybe some things posted on YouTube, that I was wrong. That, here's what the chart might do. Might bebop around a little bit and then move up. Bebop around and then move up. You see where I'm going with this? No, afraid I wasn't wrong. There's not a chart in the world that on any regular basis, don't hold your breath. You're going to keel over dead. Charts just don't do that. So what I'm looking for are charts to make those swings over a period of time. Here's another one. ANET. I like what ANET is doing this morning. It's acting very good pre-market. Here's our trend. You can see the trend indicator is trending up. We've got a bit of resistance here. Maybe I better put a line right in there too. So first target's 132.5, 138.5, a little over maybe, 144.5, 148.5 up there. So you trade the chart. This is a good example over here. This is how charts trade. Each and every chart you ever look at, this is how they trade. They will put in a low, they'll put in a high, a higher low, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. That's how trending charts work. We rally up, we put in an ugly candle. Oh my God, short, short, short. Yeah, let's hold the phone just for a minute. And then it just continues going up. That's how bullish charts work. No difference right here. You've got a nice bullish chart, and at this point, there's absolutely no reason to think it's not going to continue its trend. There's no guarantee it is, but there's no reason to think it's not. So now what we do is we trade this based on our rules, our knowledge in trading. If you lack on one or two of those, this is one of the things that hit run candlesticks and right way option shines on, if you ask me. I can teach you those rules pretty simple. Pretty simple. So target 1, boom, target 2, target 3, target 4, just like that. Let's look at PM here. PM is acting really good. Really good here. Here's another question that I get asked often. So you see a candle looks like this. The question is, have I missed it? And I want to refer you to the targets. And then I want to say, have you missed it? The answer is no. This is the targets up here. I don't care what this candle does. This is the targets. So if we take a look at this chart and analyze this chart, I think we can look at this and say there's a very, very nice chart. Yes, somebody could come in and say, hey, there's resistance right here. Okay. If that turns you off, don't trade that chart. Common sense. It is super, super simple. Common sense. If you don't like that chart because of that resistance, then don't trade that chart. There are plenty of other charts out there. Me, I'm going to wait for this to set up. If I get it set up right, there's some things that have to be in time for me. For instance, I've got to be in the mood at the moment to buy this. No guarantee I'm going to buy it. The market has got to be acting good at the moment when I decide I want to buy this. I have to have a spot in my portfolio at the time that I want to buy this. Now, what I mean by that is maybe I've got 10 positions on and maybe I don't want 11 positions. I don't care if this comes draped in gold and cash flying all over it. If my limit is 10, my limit is 10. So there's a lot of things that have got to line up before I buy a position. I've just rattled off a few of them. Remember principle number 1 and principle number 2. Principle number 1, the market has to be trending and working, and then the chart has to be trending and working. And so far, principle 1 and 2 are good, but the timing issue, and that's what we want to watch for. Each and every person might be a little bit different. Let's take a look at plug here. Now, I've got targets up here on plug, but I got to tell you, the higher this goes, the more unlikely I am to buy it. So say it does this today. Let's do this. Does this today. I'm very unlikely to buy this. Extremely unlikely to buy this. This may be targets, but what I want is for the setup to occur. So here we are up 1, 2, and then we've got 3 days in here. What I want is a rest. The rest can be just completely sideways, or the rest could be down. And then what I'm going to watch for is the alert. And this is where live trading alerts will give me that alert, because this is on my hot list, live trading alerts. So I'll be able to grab that alert. I'll be able to see it when it spits it out there. Now I can make this trade. I have no interest in making this trade up here. I do have an interest making it here. And then I will be looking at target 1, target 2, target 3, 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish, 4. Let's take a look at PFE. Beautiful little chart. Targets 48, 49, 51, 52. You can see the very nice trend. Remember, principle number 1, market's in a good trend. Principle number 2, the chart's in a good trend. And now we're going to shop one of the principles. I forget the order here. The entry, make sure your entry is good. One of the other principles is make sure you have target set, sell zones, profit zones. So first one's 48, 49, 51, 52 up here. Be a profit taker into strength. VZ, I'm kind of liking that. I like that chart. 38, 49, 40, 42 over here for targets. Simple trend. It's just not rocket science. I mean, just take a look at that right there. The trend is down. There is no earthly reason ever to be long this chart at this point. And now, and for some people, there might not be a reason to be long this chart, but now at least it goes into the consideration box. We're in the consideration box right now. Just follow the trend, just like that. Let's see here. Intel, I'm still digging Intel. Intel, nice, beautiful move to the upside. Intel will be one of these that we might talk about Wednesday night, looking at the gap and trap type chart. It might be one on the list that we look at. You can see how we've popped up here. Target 1, we did this last week. Target 1 has been hit. What I would like now is a rest. I'm not personally in this one. No, I'm not just yet. So I would love for a little bit of a rest and then go after target 2, target 3, target 4 up here on Intel. FedEx is one setting up quite nice. This is another one. I'm not particular interested, excuse me, I'm not particular interested in buying it up here. Where I am interested in buying it is on a pullback. So wait patiently. That's what I'm going to do. Wait patiently. I'm going to have it on my live trading alerts alert, hot list alert. I'll wait for it to set up, because when it sets up, I will be alerted. And now I have target 1, target 2, target 3. And down here, we probably should put target 1 would be the breakout. That's what it's going to have to do. So push down into here. That's the hopes. No guarantee it is. That's the hopes. And you know, it doesn't have to come all the way down here. I'm not opposed to just settle down a little bit. And then we can look for that buy. And then this is what the chart pattern would look like. Let's make this black. So we're up. We come back. That's kind of what we're looking for, something like that. Nice little J-hook continuation pattern, 1, 2, 3, ABC pattern, PBO pattern. You can call it whatever you want, whatever pattern you want to call it. In the end, it's nothing more than a continuation pattern. And then we'll look at target 1, target 2, target 3, target 4. And with that, we'll make a little money, maybe even more. All right, everybody. You have a wonderful, wonderful morning. Man, I got finished up early today. I like this. I like this business. Hey, Chip. Good morning, Bob, Val, Thomas, Larry. How's it going over there? I think I say good morning to everybody else. We'll see you all here in a bit. Market's going to open up. Let's have some fun today. Number 1 rule, keep your losses small, okay? Keep your losses small. Eliminate risk. Making money will get filtered in there. All right, you guys take care. Later.